Let's bring in Kentucky Congressman James Comer of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, good morning. It is great to see you. What is your reaction to this alleged mass shooting plot that was thankfully foiled?
Well, this is another example of the problems we're going to encounter because this administration won't secure the southern border. Republicans in the House have been screaming for some type of briefing, some type of plan, some type of legislation to try to secure our border. Do we want to try to provide the American people with the national security that the government's supposed to provide them? And I'm afraid we're going to see more and more examples of criminal elements, possibly terrorist elements, that are crossing that southern border. And it's just another example of why the Biden administration is just committing atrocities by not doing what the American people expect this government to do, and that's protect the people by securing the southern border.
It's absolutely frightening. It's absolutely chilling. This could be the first of many, and we're not doing anything to stop it. Meantime, Congressman, you're asking Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, yet again to hand over any suspicious international bank transactions associated with Hunter Biden. What makes this unique is this used to be a routine ask and answer to Treasury. Hey, do you have any suspicious materials from X person? As a member of Congress, you would get that information. Not anymore. Why?
Well, that's what we're trying to find out. I think we all know why. But just to put this into perspective, a suspicious activity report was put into place when George Bush was president after September 11th to try to catch money laundering into terrorist cells in the United States. A suspicious activity report is a very serious banking violation. Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's brother, Jim, have had over 150 suspicious activity reports. When Bush was president and through Obama, Clinton, Bush, any member of Congress could request from Treasury a list of suspicious activity reports in their congressional districts and in their states. When Joe Biden became president, and this is before it became public knowledge that Hunter had these suspicious activity reports, he, in the dark of night, changed it to where Congress could no longer access that from Treasury. Now we have formally requested the suspicious activity reports on Hunter Biden, and the Democrats will not allow us to have it unless, the White House will not allow us to have it unless the Democrats sign on to the request too.
Congressman James Comer, appreciate it, sir. Good luck with that request. Keep us posted if you get it.
Hey, it's Will Cain. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.